Today is Tuesday. It's a random Tuesday, and I woke up inspired to do a quick little video of my rising routine. This is my routine for now, but I will say that it essentially is the same anywhere I am, just slight variations depending on how early I wake up, how cold it is, how much sleep I got the night before, and a few other things, but essentially it's all the same. It's very focused on mind first, spirituality, making sure that I take my time to meditate, journal, have my cup of tea, kombucha, stretch, yoga. Whatever the case is, it's always going to be a combination of any of those things so that I can set myself up for a successful day. Even if the day doesn't go as planned, I know that I at least had my rising practice to kind of start the day out, so it kind of grounds me in a way so that no matter what happens, I feel good. So let's get into it. Hello my loves, Grand Rising. Today in this video I wanted to walk you through my rising routine. I typically always start my day with some form of meditation before I even get out of bed, just to help me ground myself and realign. Lately I've been really into Egyptian yoga. I do have my certification in yoga. However, quickly after I got my certification, I discovered Egyptian yoga, which felt more aligned with what I wanted to do with my own practice. It's essentially a form of Hatha yoga, and I prefer Hatha over Vinyasa just because of the nature of the type of being that I am. Hatha, you hold the positions much longer, and you are able to really sit in a posture. With Egyptian yoga, specifically with this book that I got, focuses a lot on breath work and meditation. I love the author of this book because they focus specifically on the postures of the gods and goddesses, and each posture has a very significant meaning that dates all the way back to historical Kemetic times, but also it's really beneficial for those who are looking to get connected with their ancestors and such. So essentially the way this practice starts is with some slight meditation in Shavasana, and then we move on to breath work, yogic breath for those who are familiar with the term, and then we move into alternative nostril breathing. For me, the breath work is so important because it helps me recognize the energies that I have within my body, what's aligned, what's balanced. And in this practice, you're breathing through your left nostril, you're holding, and you're breathing in through your right, holding, etc. And so when I'm doing this, I am able to recognize which parts of me are out of alignment, and usually I'll spend the rest of my day trying to get back to balance. Next, we do a short meditation and some chanting of ohms and any sort of specific deities or any sort of specific gods or goddesses that you would like to include in your chanting. This is the part where you do so. I typically just chant Om because if you know the significance of that mantra, you know that it's very peaceful. It helps you align with your higher self. It helps you align with source, etc. So I typically do that for a couple of minutes, and then we begin the practice. In the practice, it starts off with the idea that we are specifically the ones that are creating each and every day. Each and every day is an opportunity for us to create our reality. And so what I'm doing is I am essentially lifting, or what they would call shu position. I'm lifting the universe up, and as I begin my journey of Ra, which for some of you who are familiar with traditional Hatha yoga, this would be the sun salutations, I then begin to proceed with the Egyptian version of this, which is very similar. And essentially what I'm doing with the journey of Ra is I am going throughout this journey of postures as if I would be going out throughout my day. Each posture has significance and is part of, I would say, each part of our challenges that we go throughout the day. These postures just remind me that I can get through whatever challenges come my way. So this is why I love doing the journey of Ra. It essentially, Ra, not to get too deep into Egyptian spirituality, but Ra is equivalent to the sun. So doing the journey of Ra is why I say it's very similar to doing your sun salutations. You're essentially acknowledging that each day that we go by, each day that we have, we are experiencing a new creation. So after that, I like to consume something warm. Typically my sea moss gel that I make at home, which is super easy. All you need is your raw sea moss that you can get from any farmer's market, or you can order it online. You soak it overnight in some cold water, cold filtered water, spring water, whatever the case is. Then you blend it up. If you have a Vitamix, even better. But it should create this sort of consistency by adding some warm water to it. I'm mixing mine with some lemon just to help cleanse out my liver to start my day. I typically do this every morning. If I don't have sea moss gel, I'll just do lemon water, which is great for helping you reset your system and getting everything going. Next, I like to do some supplements. I don't really take a lot of supplements, but I do like to start off with vitamin D, especially being in Atlanta at the moment. Some ashwagandha to help me with my anxiety, my mood, and to keep that in control. And then lastly, I have my Chinese herb, Xiao Wu. It's great for energy and for your kidney essence. Okay, so after I've done all of that and I've had my supplements for the day, I have my last supplement that I like to add it into the category. I love this because not only is kombucha so beneficial, I pulled several different peer-reviewed articles and actual scientific studies to show the benefits of kombucha. 8 to 16 ounces of kombucha a day is a pretty healthy amount to help you with your gut microflora, your gut microbiome, as well as any sort of digestive issues you might be having. It's also great for your immune system, so I love to have some sort of kombucha at least once a day, or not every day, then every other day. And so here we are cooking, because I love cooking, especially just chopping veggies. Like I could chop veggies all day long as a form of meditation. And so I basically just have a ton of leftovers that I'm going to prepare. I have a kale salad that I am making. And this is kale from my garden, so that should be nice. And then I have some leftover quinoa that I made a couple days ago. Some hummus, red pepper hummus. I have some vegetables that I sauteed as well a few days ago, so we're just gonna put it all together. So we have our Japanese sweet potatoes that are ready for plating. So we have everything here. We have the quinoa, the veggies from a while ago, a couple of days ago. It's just Swiss chard, some mushrooms, some sweet potato, onions, all that good stuff. We have the Japanese sweet potato, and we have the kale salad. And I'm gonna add some of my pico. And then I'm also going to add some of this hummus here. Nice dollop of hummus. So I had to grab some tortilla chips because it just makes it taste 10 times better. But veggies and I think the sweet potatoes and the hummus are my favorite part. The kale salad's really good as well. I put almonds and some craisins in there, balsamic vinegar. It's actually really sweet compared to the rest of the dish, but I'm not mad about it. Really, really good.